Welcome back.
Shut up.
Okay. Welcome back.
All aboard the game train.
I am a newly demoralized man. Welcome back to the Obra Dinn.
We're Obra Dinning.
I think we should spend most of this episode just kind of looking at the sunset.
So this is where we're at, huh? All semblance of progress. Literally out the window.
You know, I look to my right, and I look to my left, and I look forward.
What is the point of all of this assessment for the, insurance? Because it's one thing if you're solving, the murders and figuring out, the legality of what happened, but if you're an actual, insurance assessor, it's this was a fucking act of God.
Well, yeah.
From start to finish.
I was just about to say insurance won't
Sure.
cover acts of God, so maybe the people straight up killing each other, maybe that got some sort of liability for that. But
Maybe, but let's be honest. Things seem to have gotten off the rails, as soon as they put some kind of weird mermaid gem on this ship.
Something we haven't been thinking about. Each of these cabins is labeled with a mate.
Oh my gosh.
let's look for a beanie or his sailor uniform in one of those rooms.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because
yes.
last time
Let's
we were
find
looking
the
for Beanie
beanie.
Boy, and now we're looking for the smoking beanie.
The smoking beanie. Show me the smoking beanie. B-movie was the greatest film I've ever seen. You don't have to put it closer to me. You don't have to. Because then I won't be able to lean forward and press buttons.
I got my.
Yeah, well, I edit these videos, and I can tell you the mic does have to be closer.
Okay, that's fair. Why? What? Okay. Well, I guess you keep the burps, right? So
Most of them.
most of us. So if you edit out some of the burps, you can't give me shit for being you're giving me editing work, and then you leave in a burp just for yourself. Unless, do you punctuate the bad parts you need to edit out with burps so you know what you need to edit later?
This is the first mate's cabin.
That answers my question. Thank you.
First mate's cabin.
What? Oh, this is the first mate's cabin?
This is the first mate's cabin.
Did anybody die here?
Well, there's the leg dangling out the window.
Is that
There's
the
a
first
dangle
mate's
leg.
I don't think that's the first mate's
No,
leg.
I don't believe it is.
He's got a trunk. He's got.
He's got a nice
No
wash
beanies.
basin. He's got a...
Moving on.
Moving on.
Third mate. He has got claw marks outside his door.
Let me in. I need that dick.
Significantly smaller cabin.
Okay.
One of the other crew
Wait,
members
before
is
go back.
Look at that.
Can
Look
you
at
go
that.
back?
Let me
Can you go
in.
back?
Go back in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
claw
something.
marks. Or maybe it's just
I
lighting.
think that's just wood grain, man.
Yeah. What's in that corner on the floor?
This?
Just yoga mats or something?
Yoga mat.
That's his... that's his yoga mat. There appears to be a sign of a struggle. There's a single chair
Oh, this mirror is broken.
knocked over.
I think it's just a framed picture of the wall behind the frame.
That's good.
I like that.
That's real good, kid.
This is second mate's cabin.
Now I want that picture in my house.
A picture of the wall behind a section of wall.
But
that
it's
you-
an actual picture.
I
Do
hardly
it.
know.
That is just avant-garde enough for you.
This guy's got barrels, so maybe he's Donkey Kong.
He's got a...
It's got a big old
He's
swinging
got
sack.
a scrotum
Yeah, what's
hanging
with the...
from the ceiling.
If we find the
I
guy who's
think
talking
he's
about his cheese he's fermenting,
I think he's training. Wait, that is actual cheese, isn't it?
I don't know.
Dude,
That's a guess.
that might be...
There's that line of dialogue later where the guy's like, "Oh, me cheese sack! Put on a cheese sack!"
Is that true?
No.
It might very well be true in this game. I
lying,
remember
I'm sorry.
nothing.
How funny. That's the funniest thing I've said all day.
Me cheese sack.
Oh, me cheese sack! And he got... Yeah. This is fourth mate. Fourth mate's cabin.
Okay, so He's got a sack too. They're all
sack.
training for the big fight.
Work the body.
They've got a speed bag just
He's got a
hanging there.
particularly interesting bunk that's like a boat bunk.
He's got a boat bunk.
What
But-
do you think that's about?
Oh, what is that? What is that stick
Where?
on the bottom shelf? Nope, that might just be lighting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's like a rung on the shelf that keeps stuff in.
Hey,
No identifiers in these so far that I've
Identifier.
noticed. James.
nothing crazy. Like
We hadn't had one yet. Okay, so we've checked those cabins. Nothing identifying I've seen. This is the steward's cabin. Do all the stewards share this?
Well, let's see if there's... Yeah, it
oh
looks
my
like
gosh.
They're a uniform.
So we know.
Tank
that
top.
okay, something interesting here.
3 stewards sleep here.
I'm not seeing any of the ascot that we were talking about. Like
no ascot.
that one guy that we were thinking like maybe he's a steward. Nuh-uh. Because I ain't seeing no scars
Right.
in here.
it. Yeah.
Perhaps, but there's more than 3 stewards,
But
and that's 3 beds.
where? Where do they sleep?
I don't know. This is
Here?
midshipmen. This is where some of the midshipmen sleep. Cheese sack again.
More sacks of cheese.
So- Someone
you
died
s-
here.
You see there's that stool in front of... if you look behind you. There's like
I don't
that...
see any stool.
Yeah, there's like the chest with the stool in
The
front of
poop
it.
is by the body.
That stool would be a really annoying place to sit because the boat bed behind you would be smacking you in the head every
Oh my
time the ship.
God.
Oh yeah.
Just
Ow.
like trying to sit there and read and just
Why are the midshipmen reading?
Gonk.
bonk.
Who do we know who this guy is?
No.
We could find out.
Oh.
Oh.
Do we want to rewatch this?
No, that was his.
Eh.
I would rather watch the first 2 so we can figure out where Beanie works.
Should we keep looking through these then? Or do you want to?
Yeah, I think we can check the other cabins just
Check
to
the
see.
bosun and the bosun. Yeah,
These are prominent positions. This is bosun.
let's keep going down this thread of trying to see if we can like.
Hey, there's that necklace thing.
That's the bosun's whistle.
That would probably be an easy
Oh
thing
my god.
So if we
to
see
identify the person.
this guy on,
Well, I penciled in the that one guy in the firing squad as the bosun, I think.
The guy
Really?
who killed the Asian gentleman.
Yeah, because he was the he
it
was
might
the
be in the
Austrian.
picture even.
So if we can find,
Let's take a scan at the picture, see if we can see the bosun's whistle.
he's in the firing squad right next to Beanie Guy. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Hitler.
How do we know it's him?
That was James's guess.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
penciled him in as the bosun. So if he's got that necklace thing,
Maybe we go back. Let's check out the bosun cabin real quick, just in case.
I think
But
it's
let's
straight
go
up
check
a
out
whistle
that
because
cutscene.
what little I know about nautical stuff, the bosun's the guy who's like in the morning doing the like. You know what I'm talking
Bosun
about.
sleeps next to the a cannon. I do know what you're talking about, though.
Or
He's
like,
got
you
a
know,
news-
somebody dies, like Spock dies, and they like play
I'm
a little
stuck.
whistle,
Oh.
and you're like, of all the
did we
souls
check
in
the
the universe
rooms on
that
the
I
other
knew,
side
his was
just
the
to see if
most-
there were any beanies or
I
anything?
want to check Hitler's. I want to check Hitler for the whistle real quick. We can skip. Oh no, that's not.
Oh
How do I get to
yeah,
the second part of the
hit
murder?
that for the whistle.
If you scan the guy that's hanging there, it should take you straight to the right place. Just go out the hallway. And then
Just go the right way.
if you look up right above this guy,
We make
there
progress
he
here.
is.
There we go.
And then he should be right behind you.
Oh yeah, we can see if any of them have this stupid whistle.
No whistle on this guy.
It's a little hard to...
It's hard to see his neck, but
It also might be tucked into
Yeah.
true.
their
that,
shirt at
yeah.
any given
Um,
time. But we can also look around at these people and see if they have it.
We could also bookmark him and check all of his memories.
True. True.
Yeah, there are also a lot of people here that we can search for.
I want to give this scene a quick scan, but then I would love to keep looking at the rooms. It's not going to be any Formosan.
Maybe it's just too easy to assume he's gonna have this quick.
like guy with Chekhov's whistle.
Is there like a butcher or a livestock manager type of person? Because this guy, I think, was there.
We pegged him as the butcher.
Um,
And that
Butcher's
guy.
Bay.
There was also a scene where they were putting
Let's
down
go
a
and
cow
plug
or
those
something.
guys in.
And they called someone Charlie. I don't know if we ever penciled in Charlie's name.
Cook. Oh, we got him.
Oh,
These
okay.
guys are both confirmed.
Cool. We know who these guys are.
You're saying there's an animal handler, James?
What about this guy?
I hardly know her.
Oh.
And he was clubbed.
I thought you were setting me up for a hardly know her, and so I waited for you to say
It's
it.
never intentional. it
It
is
is not.
completely.
I'm just trying to speak the English
Never.
language to you. We are well past the point of playing some kind of like 4D chess.
Maybe Bosun's whistle is too much of a rabbit hole to jump down for now.
Oh, definitely.
I apologize. I got us off track. We were checking cabins.
Do you think that guy who was in front of the cage just now is
Martin Sheen?
related to? Yes. You don't think he's related to the Cooks in any way, do you?
I don't know. I kind of
He
briefly
wasn't in the
scanned
same outfit.
shit, and
In fact, his outfit seems to kind of stand out.
he's got a like this low collared deal going on.
His look almost seems unique.
Okay, so we were at Bosunet. He does seem unique. None of
Bosunet.
these other cabins on this level belong to anyone in particular.
There's
Passengers,
cabin, carpenter's shop.
gunner's store, purser's office.
Do we want to just keep going into the next scene by chronological order?
Let's do it.
Let's follow the one that takes place after the execution scene.
Well, do we? I mean, we did just say the necklace is kind of a distraction, but do we want to check all of that guy's memories to see if he does have a necklace on him
Oh,
anywhere?
Hitler to confirm if he's Bosun or not?
Yeah.
Yes, I like that idea.
We can-
Because that's a lead we can dive down right now.
Yeah.
Take a look at the guy like we did with the
I
beanie
didn't
guy.
time this episode.
Then again,
That's okay.
the beanie guy was a dud.
Beanie guy was a dud. Well, we could prove this guy is a dud.
Okay,
Start
yeah,
looking
yeah,
for
yeah.
different stuff for
That's a
him to
good
be.
point. Let's go. Let's look down. He's in 8 memories.
I think it might end up being a longer episode, but I'll give this one like, I don't know, 10 more minutes.
Sure.
That sounds good.
So we got.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Did we mark potential Bosun's memories?
I think he's just
Yes.
Okay,
This is
that-
his
that's
first
what we're-
appearance, and
okay.
it's when the guy gets
watching
crushed.
at this point.
He's just watching.
Do we want to watch this again?
Yeah, do we...
Let's watch this.
Let's do it.
Location of the corpse. Where is it
Excuse
located?
me. It is the one that's on the bottom deck, I think.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
let's
can
go.
watch it again because we can also look up and see what deck people are on.
Yeah, and I wanted to take a look at where the beanie guy was at anyway.
Beanie guy, and we could take a peek at Hitler
Let's-
while we're down there.
We got our bearings a little bit more. Let's find out what people are doing when they were just working. Gotta get to ground zero.
Do you care about skipping the dialogue part?
No.
We'll hear it as
That's
we go.
not... Yeah, that's not what we're here for at the moment.
Martin Sheen is on that second deck.
He's a midshipman.
That kind of looks like Hitler on the second deck, but I can't scan him.
Is there a way to get closer?
I don't think we
Or
can
like
go
a better
upstairs.
vantage point, though?
Closer.
Like on the other side of it? No!
I hardly know, sir. We can scan. Oh, that's Martin Sheen.
Try it from the left side.
Oh, you can just scan them through the floorboards?
That's him.
Beanie Baby.
He's
lifting a
carrying
barrel. I don't think he's
something.
ranked then.
Interesting.
And I
Or at
noticed
least not
now
highly.
he has an ascot
Actually-
like that other guy.
yeah, his
Does.
uniform is very like classic sailorman uniform.
Beanie of the Sea.
So he
I think
very
those
well
are
could just be
midshipmen.
a seaman.
Which lends credence to the
I mean-
theory that he might be Brennan.
Weren't we all seamen at some point?
Oh, that's a good point because now that I'm looking at it, it's like the
Brennan's a seaman. I wish there was a way to definitively scan those guys, because it says Hitler's in this scene, but I don't know where.
Yeah,
He's one of those guys up there.
who is this guy?
Buddha.
This Buddha.
Do we want to try to plug in any role for them?
He got spiked. Seaman, most likely. He's on the bottom deck.
He's not talking to anybody. Do we know anything about him?
Ascot.
If you press Y when you zoom in, it should take you straight to their picture. And
Yeah.
you can,
Go ahead.
Unknown.
We don't even
shit
know
about
how he
him.
dies. This guy's a
in 11 memories.
complete blank slate to us.
I think he might have
He's in
been
11
one of the people
memories?
to escape.
I see.
Okay, one of the random disappeared, no
But-
body.
He
Don't-
gets away.
Don't take my word on that.
Is there anybody else we can glean from this?
That's our
Who's
guy
ho-
that dies later. That's one of the Indians that we confirmed.
Can we verify if that guard is the Hak Sung Lee or whoever was getting shot?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Lao.
Hawk Sung Lao is
Did
shot.
we confirm who killed him?
No, because it
that's
was
what-
That's
Beanie
the
guy.
one thing.
It's Beanie Guy, and we don't know who Beanie
And we
Guy
confirmed
is.
everybody else.
Let's plug
We're
in.
running out of racist
Do you guys
profiles
mind if I plug in Brennan
to fill in the
for
blanks
this
for
guy?
us?
Did we not already?
We didn't. He's
no,
still on
yeah.
like Perot for now. Let's leave it at this for now if you guys
Sure.
don't mind.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because it might confirm randomly later. Because he's, I don't know. I'm leaning more now towards the idea that he's just a seaman. Because he is there
Yeah.
lifting a barrel.
Yeah.
He's on the mid deck.
However, that's the
Or
third
maybe
deck
he's
down.
just a good boss.
So
Yeah, he could be a good boss.
he,
I've been surprised.
I was thinking midshipman at first, but he might not even be a midshipman because that's the third deck.
True.
Okay.
Back to looking at Hitler's history.
Yeah.
Sure.
What's the next one Hitler shows up in?
Memories.
Because I think he's a top man. If he's all the way up there.
What? Wait a minute. What does that tell me?
He started out there. Now he's moved to the front of the ship in loose cargo.
Part 2. I don't think we'll get any more from watching that.
No, so then he goes to...
Bitter Cold. He's playing poker with the Russians. Perhaps
Okay.
is a Russian.
So that's why we thought he was Russian, or at least I thought he was Russian.
And then he goes to murder. He shoots him.
What,
Or
what's
he's
the
part of
one
the
right
firing
before
squad.
murder?
Hmm?
What's that one?
Oh, he's all of the diamonds? Is that what the diamonds
yeah,
indicate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's Bitter Cold, and then he's in...
So
But
what's...
first he ends up in the in the rowboat, and then he comes back to this murder.
What's this scene?
I don't remember.
So that's the execution.
Murder Part 3. So it's the same... That's the one after the execution that I've been trying to steer us towards
Well,
for like 2 episodes.
our cause has aligned now.
Very well.
Let's go to
Let's continue chronologically.
First Mate's cabin, I think.
All right.
First mate's cabin.
I think that's the leg hanging out of the window, isn't it?
I think
Her
that
arm?
sounds about right.
That makes sense.
We're on the same page.
It feels good to be listened to.
Huh?
Huh?
Stratford? Sorry, Stratford, your mic's cutting out.
Guys? Can you hear me?
Nope.
It's me. I'm alive. Can't you hear me? Don't you hear that? It's me.
I want to break free. Bah!
You get help for the
damn.
sweats. On your toes, boys.
Toes.
Captain!
Slack the lifts and lower the boats! The whole crew will be on us!
Give it up!
Whoa. This
I
escalated
sort of
fast.
remember this now.
That's the murderer guy, right?
Who did he shoot?
Is he playing an instrument?
I think he's just belligerent.
he's shaving?
He might have...
You know what that kind of
He's
looks
just
like? He might
drinking.
be...
He's just got his head cocked back because he's
Well, it looks like he's holding
jovial.
something in his other arm, but yeah,
He's got a
it definitely
tankard
looks like he's holding a
arm.
cup in his other hand.
What
which,
is he? Let's take a look at his uniform. What is he wearing?
Oh no, his hand is just sticking out.
He's got a collared shirt and a vest on. Do we know?
I think
he might be wearing an ascot. He
This
might be
is-
a
the
seaman.
ascot might be
We
a
can
top
confirm who
deck
killed this
thing.
guy. Edward Nichols killed him.
Okay.
We know for sure that's him.
Yes, because
Oh, he's the guy who killed.
yes, Senor Nichols.
Oh, so he's been exposed.
Yes, we don't know who killed him, but we know he killed Nunzio, and Nunzio referred to him as Senor Nichols.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure we're confident this is Edward Nichols. We just don't know how he died.
No names were said in this exchange, right?
No.
Who
They
is
just referred-
that guy to the left that appears to be on Nichols' side? That tells us
Another
a
one
lot.
of the riflemen.
One of the shooters. Looks like Hitler, but he's not Hitler.
He's the striped one, but he also has an ascot. I don't know what the stripes indicate.
I think he's telling her to grab her, and that's the Formosan
Grab
royalty
her?
chick. James, this is serious.
We're doing
No.
so good.
Who is this? Tony
Folded arms
Shalhoub?
Freddy.
He's the one.
How did he fall down? Do we have any context clues on why this guy is like...
This guy took an arrow to the knee.
Oh, a pretty big arrow.
Can we see what he's doing?
I don't know a lot
Mr.
about
Clean?
It looks like there are a
He's
couple other.
Circus strong
this guy. I am
man.
the one with the spear in my leg.
Wait,
It looks like there's at least one other person near him with a similar vest.
This guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's the guy who speared him? Because we know it's got to be somebody in this scene.
Oh, I think the guy with the similar vest was the surgeon, so he might be the surgeon's mate.
Oh, should we put that tentatively?
Sure.
Let's do it. Why not? This unknown soul was speared.
Well, we don't know if he died here.
Oh God, you're right. Yeah. Could
well,
have lived on.
He could just be having a bad
we've
day
seen
right
all
now.
the other bodies. Oh, that's a good point. Like, he may have gotten away.
Yeah, he could have healed. He's a surgeon. Maybe. They're kidnapping the Formosans.
That guy we just looked at, standing on the railing, we saw his skirt thing in the
He's a steward.
steward's room. If that skirt thing is some
That
sort
is
of
a
like
skirt thing.
cultural dress, that might
could
tell
narrow
us
down.
where he's from.
I think
a
the other
specific-
stewards are wearing it, though.
Are they?
What race has big
are.
ears?
If you look at, I think that's a steward. What race has
Mice. Rabbits.
Oh, we're
This steward's
the
not.
Ferengi?
we're a little past 10 minutes, so
Or no,
we
he's
can
not a steward.
we can start wrapping things up soon.
Deal. Well, yeah, let's wrap it up. Maybe we finish extracting
Yeah,
theories from this memory and then
Yeah.
move on.
get what we can from here.
Can we go back to the?
Martin
I want to know
Sheen.
what this guy is because his
No, not Martin
uniform
Sheen.
does not make sense.
Yeah,
He shares a uniform with Martin Sheen, though. Where's Martin Sheen?
I think that was Martin Sheen.
That is Martin Sheen.
No, man. There's a different guy
No, that
with a
is
softer
him.
face. No.
It is the
Oh,
only
that's
guy.
Martin. That's who I've been thinking is Martin
who
Sheen,
is-
who also wears the cultural garb here.
There's one
You're
guy
totally
in
right.
a low cut shirt in this
Do
entire thing.
all of them
I've
just
been
wear that then?
confused.
Is that part of their
Apologies.
uniform?
He might be a passenger, dude.
Maybe.
I'm feeling like there's something that makes him really unique based on the fact that he's the only guy with a friggin' t-shirt. He's like a hipster.
Let's see if he's got a deuce on his head.
One.
He should be easy to figure out then.
What the fuck? Disagreed. Mel, maybe once we go back through the memories, we'll be like, oh, yeah, that's Tony Boopy.
Can we go back to...
These guys? Or
Can we extrapolate how this guy got stabbed?
this guy?
Yeah. Because
Follow his blood.
is that a
Well,
possibility?
it looks like he got stabbed pretty much where he is.
By whom?
One of these escapees. It's gotta be.
Do you think it
Well,
was
so
him?
if we look behind us, we can see the Sang Lao hanging there, so we know it was after his execution.
Well, we know it was after his execution because this is the next one chronologically. So it's like, why? That's why I'm like, really focused
What the
on trying to
fuck
figure
just
out.
happened?
You just went right to the next one.
That was-
I went to the previous one, I think.
Oh, that's
Weird.
cool.
Okay.
I did not know I could do that.
Why I'm concerned about who stabbed that guy is because we know whoever did it within that scene or like right before that scene because crap didn't hit the fan before then. So it's either the guy who took him hostage.
And lower the boats. The whole crew will be on us. Give it up.
Oh,
Hitler.
he's behind this. Always. Are they trying to run away with it?
I think
Do
they're
they have-
stealing the Formosans and the shell with these 2 boats. It's this.
Who's
And
that guy?
then shortly after this is probably when we'd see.
Is he one of the Russians? Yes.
Possibly. We think he's maybe Alexei Topov.
I don't know whether those are the right
Toporov.
names, but I'm pretty sure those guys are Russian for
Yeah.
shoresies.
What's No, we don't have anything penciled in for Widow's Peaks. He might be one of the Russians, and the real big fella in the stripy shirt might be somebody else.
I think it'd be good to.
Because those 3 all
Assume
have
he's a Russian.
similar attire.
It looks like all of the Russians are hanging out. So we got.
Maybe 4. 3. I think these guys definitely. Maybe a 4th Russian.
Well,
Yeah, so
we've
that
already got these guys penciled in as ones we assumed we were Russians, right?
this guy,
Who's that guy on the left playing cards?
This guy? Lars Lindy, maybe.
the big guy
Denmark.
in the stripy shirt, he might be the Austrian, and not the guy with the rifle.
Ooh.
And the other 3 could be Russians.
Like maybe he's Alfred Klostel.
Yeah, he might be the bosun.
I don't know why we would assume he's the bosun.
Well, just sort of that same train of thought I had before about if he's hanging out with the Russians, then he can probably speak Russian.
Plus, he's dressed differently from them.
Well, honestly, I don't.
Like
I think the bosun's gonna be English or like Welsh. I
he's
think.
not.
Well,
He's
no, we know
Austrian.
the bosun is Austrian because that's
Oh,
what
that's
he's-
part
Like
of
it's
it.
part of his
Yeah.
identity in the manifest. Alfred Klestel is the bosun from bosun from
Wow,
Austria.
that's very progressive of this ship.
And the bosun's mate is French.
Are there any other Russians aside from the 3 that we pegged?
Let's.
I love pegging Russians.
They make the biggest.
pagan Russians. I feel like there's a joke about that somewhere, but I don't know enough about pagan and Eastern European history to make it.
Hey,
What?
you tried. There's only 3 Russians, so you're right. One of those people that they're hanging out with is going to be not.
Let's make. 3 Russians. One's a top man. 2
And
are
there's
seamen.
somebody named Sierra Leona we have to be concerned about.
I mean, we don't.
Maybe we end it.
Well, okay,
End it
yes,
all.
but before we end it, can we check the other side to see if there's another boat
yeah,
that
yeah.
they're trying to?
Yeah, this one's got.
That's Hitler.
Yeah.
Can we
Smoking a
see what
pipe.
they have in it? That's
got
a
a
clue.
pipe.
That's a clue.
Is that the whistle necklace thing we were looking for earlier?
No,
No way.
that's a pipe. That's not a bosun's whistle. But that's a clue so that if we find a pipe in anyone's
if
cabin,
we check the vignette later when they've got the Formosans and the mermaids are attacking him, we'd be able to get a closer look at him to see if it is definitely a pipe or if it might be the
It's
whistle.
true because he'll be on those escape boats.
that's true, and it's probably going to be the next scene. So when we come back to you on the game train,
Well, next time on the Obra
next time
We'll have to remember that for
on
next
the
month.
Floma Drim.
I'll write that down so we don't forget.
Remember for like a few years there, every white girl knew how to play a song on a cup.
Oh my god, yeah. I got my ticket for the
I got
10
my
o'clock
ticket
train.
from a ticket place.